All right. Boom! We in the gym. Welcome to EJ's Gym. A guide to
Yeah.
elevate your mindset. Yeah, baby. I got a special guest on the line. I'll let him introduce himself. Go ahead, boss.
Shit, man, it's Randy Hunter, Miami Central, Villanova University, FAU,
Mm-hmm.
and almost NFL.
Big
Man,
Randy Hunter.
you
Boy,
feel me?
hey, you came into that bad boy lifting weights. You came in that bad boy
Telling you.
strong, ain't it?
I'm telling it.
All right,
I'm
so
telling
so
you.
so we was rapping a little bit before, you know what I'm saying? And you could tell the people how everything went about for you. Like how did we, how did it start for you? Like as you came into the door as a freshman and everything else.
Shit, I went to Miami Park, and then I went to Henry. They built a new school called Henry E.S. Reeves, and I was one of the first graduates from Henry E.S. Reeves. I was like they first class. Only reason my old girl and old boy took me there because they were saying they was gonna give everybody a free computer. So they were like, yeah, your ass going. So they put me and my sister in that bitch. You know? So we left Miami Park, went to Henry Reeves, and I ended up going to Westview down the street from the crib.
Yeah.
And I was there for 3 years. But while I was at Westview, all my dogs, everybody was playing football, like Jermaine Simmons, B-Jack, all them niggas were playing football. Them niggas was raw as fuck. And I wanted to play football too, because I was kind of killing it on that sandlot shit, throw up tackle before football, shit like that. You know? But I was always this back in the day, so I was always too big to play with the kids my age, and I was always undersized to play with the kids older than me.
Right.
So I was like caught between the rock and the hard place. You feel what I'm saying? So my old boy used to say, "Oh, you using that as an excuse?" I'm like, "How the fuck I'm using this as an excuse?" The people telling you in your face. You feel me? So what my old boy decided to do was in 7th grade, that nigga started training me. You feel me? We started lifting weights and shit. And my old boy was a bodybuilder for the army. So, I was always strong. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But he defined that shit and refined that shit and showed me what it was. Started showing me film on motherfuckers that he used to watch, like, Deacon Jones and Reggie White, and, niggas like that and shit. And finally I was able to go to high school. So
Right.
Nigga pulled me aside. He said, "Boy, you ain't got no more excuses." He was like, "It don't matter how big you is in this motherfucker. You got to go out here and you got to do things." But I don't think my old boy was ready for what happened. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think he didn't know that what he was doing was a good thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I kind of like raised my kids right now to the same thing. Like my kids don't play football right now. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But so summertime, 8th grade going to 9th grade, we training and shit. We waking up 5:30 in the morning. We getting it. You feel me? And then he said, we gonna go out to Central. It's time for you to go to Central.
Wow.
So we go out to Central and we walk through the front gates of Central. This the old Central now. This the shittiest school in County. You feel what I'm saying? I wanted to go to Northwestern. I wanted to go to Cass City. You feel me?
Right.
All my peoples go to Cass City, like Chris Struthers, like all them go to Cass City. You feel what I'm saying? So I walk in that motherfucker, and there's this security guard sitting at the front where you got to sign in.
Right.
Nigga named Mr. Hanks.
Coach Hanks.
He come be known to me as Coach Hanks, Coach Sheldon Hanks. So he like, "What's up, big man? What's up, daddy?" He say, "What y'all need?" And my old boy was like, "Well, he here to sign up for football. He coming here from 8th grade from Westview." And Coach Hanks told my old boy, he said, "Damn, that's a big ass nigga." He said, "He in the 9th grade." You show that man in 9th grade? He was like, "I might have to check that nigga ID." So Coach Hanks like, "Look, now unbeknownst to me, I don't know this the D-line coach." You feel what I'm saying? Coach Hanks say, "Look, my old boy told him he never played football before other than sandlot. He was always too big and this and that, like I just told you." So my old boy say, "Listen, if anybody asks, he played defensive line."
You said Coach Hanks told your old boy that?
If anybody asks, he played defensive line.
You would have came over there with us, baby.
Yeah, but you already know they would have put me on O-line immediately. You know what I'm saying? But I got a story about that too. Shit.
Yeah.
But I would have came the O-line immediately. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if Butterfield or Mitchell would have seen me first, or
it was
what's
over.
His name? Coach Donnell. If Coach Donnell would have seen me,
It was over, dog.
It would have been over.
We needed you though. We needed you. I'm not going front.
Hey, if Coach Pons would have seen me, it would have been over, boy. Over. Ice, nigga would have been.
Right.
But Hank seen me first. So Hank took us the back way. He didn't even take us like through like what Carter Hall and shit at.
Yeah.
He took us fishbowl. He took us the back way to the motherfucking
field house.
Field to the field house and to the weight room. You feel what I'm saying?
Got you.
And we went in there, nigga, and it was rope, boy. I was a defensive lineman.
Got
Coach Hank stole me.
So you came in, I think, all right, you graduated in 2004, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you came in, so I want to say that because you played as a freshman. I don't think you went to JV, right? They played you right away as a freshman.
Well, we there's a situation with that, but yeah, I played varsity. Yeah.
What was the situation? Go ahead, talk about it.
Shit, I played both.
Yeah.
Shit, I played JV, and then they come down. Well, I play a JV. I practice with varsity all week. Go to JV. The nigga who was starting, his ass about to get up out of there. I'm about to play. It was me, Chevin Pace, Thump.
Mm-hmm.
It was Rodney Brutus used to come down sometime too, but he was mostly on varsity. But it was me, Chevin Pace, Rodney. It was a nigga named Dorian James. A lot of niggas don't know about.
Y'all remember Dorian, the West? Yeah.
Motherfucking monster for the West. But niggas, a lot of niggas don't know he played quarterback at Central first. You feel what I'm saying? He played quarterback. He was a JV quarterback.
I remember Dorian, but I don't remember I guess I don't know the part of him playing quarterback, but him playing DN and then transferring out to the West.
Dorian moms used to work in the office.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And
I remember that.
Western, she took him and his sister with her. Shit, his sister a beast too. His sister ran track. She runs fuck.
You imagine if we would have had Dorian? I know he was smaller and they went with Torian on the other side at the West, but you imagine we had him too. And Pooh left. And you remember Pooh?
Dorian was gonna play linebacker or something in our defense because he wouldn't have been able to get up off those blocks. You know, Northwestern had them boys in like an I-9. You feel what I'm saying? Like them niggas was fucking track stars coming off the fucking edge. You feel what I'm saying?
I know. Anyway, I had to block them.
Yeah, I know. Nigga, get that kick step ready.
Quick, fast, in a hurry, god dog.
In a hurry, boy. Him and Torian Charles was no motherfucking joke, boy.
And they came off that edge. Them boys. You imagine moving backwards, and them boys legit 4'4", 4'5" coming off the edge.
You, bro. Torian had a whole motherfucking HBO special about him.
I know, man. I know. Hey, he was legit. Them guys were legit.
That nigga was raw as fuck, boy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, it was me, Regis Richardson, Torian, Dorian, Rodney Brutus, Thump. I don't think Vincent was there yet, but I'm almost positive Robert was over there with us because Robert was older than us, but he was just coming to football, so they just wanted to put him over there to see a little something. But yeah, we had quite a few people over there. Oh, and Coach Hank's son. Sheldon. I remember Sheldon because he went to the West too. He ended up going to the West, and Coach Hanks went to the West. Yeah, but all us will be down there, and then on Friday they'll bring us up, and we'll play in varsity too.
So you were behind Chase. Did they call you Lil Chase, man? They call you Lil Chase.
Call me Lil Chase.
I remember that. Yeah,
hey, boy, when I seen Chase for the first, when I like actually went to school, like like when my old boy brought me there, you don't see a lot of niggas because it's like the summertime is this, that, third. But nigga, the first day of school, nigga, I swear to God, I thought I was in college, nigga. Like it was niggas there, like them niggas was huge, bro. Chase was huge to me in high school.
Dog. It's funny too because the year before you got there, the team actually got smaller. Because my freshman year, we had Big Country, we had Willis, and them dudes were huge. The offensive line went from big to small when I got there, dog.
I don't know that it was one nigga. I don't remember his name, but he was a big red nigga and he had goals in his mouth.
Los. I think his name was Carlo. It's something with a C. I know who you're talking about. Big Cam, Big Cam.
Hey boy, that nigga inspired me so much. He inspired me. He inspired my swag because he was a big nigga, but he had swag.
He had swag. I'm not gonna front. Cam had swag. He was a little lazy. He was lazy.
He was lazy as fuck. Like,
he had. Well, you couldn't tell him nothing about no confidence, boy. That boy had some confidence.
Oh, that boy had confidence. He had it.
Hey,
but that inspired a nigga, man.
Hey, look. After one game, I want to say our junior year, like I kept talking. You know, the people on the sideline, how they film us and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, man, you always interviewing Nuke and them boys, man. What's up about the offensive line? You got to give us some love, right? He was like, man, I don't know. And after the game, Cam took my interview. They even put my name. They even put my name at the bottom. Dude started asking the question. He jumped in and started talking. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, man, that nigga was big as fuck too.
Oh, that was my dude.
That nigga bigger than a bitch, boy. Them nigga was tall, bro. Cause I'm a freshman coming in, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'll never forget the day when my first day of school, nigga, I almost got in a fight. But see, I had to went through training camp and shit with y'all boys. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My first day of school, nigga, I hit some nigga, and it ended up being the same nigga I used to get into it with at Westview.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And I'll never forget the niggas was trying to try me, and this nigga Champ seen it. Champ seen it, and Champ walked up and he passed Mark Chase and he tapped Mark and he said, "Hey, come on." And he went over there, boy. They shut that shit down real quick. I swear to God, I've never been fucked with in Central since, bro. I promise you. Chase and Champ went over there, shut that shit down quick. And I was the scrub to them. I was like the duck. Like, you feel what I'm saying? To them.
But
like,
you on the squad, though. You on the squad.
I was on that squad, and I was on varsity, nigga. And I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even think they gave a fuck if I was on JV. Them niggas was good, bitch. You got us fucked up. Like,
hey, Chase, like, I'm gonna tell you what. Chase was always ready.
Chase was on that, boy. On that, boy. Like, what's up, niggas?
Hey,
Chase is like that uncle nigga that you only see on holidays if he's not in prison.
Hey, that was a big scary dude, though. I ain't gonna front. I never say a lot of the people because I had to block him. That was one big scary dude, boy.
That nigga was scary as fuck.
But I don't think you really want to make him mad, dog. Straight up.
Nope.
I tell people all the time, you can't back down for a challenge. And one thing I do appreciate about Chase, because I never backed down from him. He gave me my props, you know what I'm saying? And gave me my respect for not ever like pushing back, you know what I'm saying? Or folding because he rapping. Nah, we're gonna keep with us. Let's keep at it.
Right.
Let's keep
but that's one of the things. That's one of the things I learned from y'all niggas, man. Cause like I say, I didn't play Pop Warner football. Or I didn't play, flag football coming up. I didn't play none of that shit. Like all the relationships niggas had in middle school and shit, it was because of that. You feel what I'm saying? Because they did after school activities together. Nigga, I used to walk home every day. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And I didn't have that. You feel what I'm saying? So I kind of came in square as fuck, bro. I didn't know what to do. I ain't know how to put on my pads, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit, my nigga, I ain't know how to put on my pads, bro. Nigga showed me how to not look like a duck. You feel what I'm saying? Like, like nigga like Nuke, T. The
quarterback. I love T, dog.
Bro, them niggas used to show me how to put my motherfucking butt pad on my belt.
Good peoples, dog. He good people.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, they were hard, and they used to try to like, with that I ain't friendly shit. But man,
when you get to know them, they good people, man.
Bro, you pull a nigga to the side like, hey, big man, I see you coming through that shit, boy. He was like, you like when the quarterback telling you too high, you should listen to your coaches. You feel what I'm saying?
I remember T, man. T, I'm not gonna front. He was one of my favorite quarterbacks. The block for man. He was just always he was there. He was never too up, never too down. But when he had to get up, He did it. You know what I'm saying? He was
And he
definitely a
stuck to
good leader.
himself a lot too, man. He was real quiet. He was real laid back, man. He fuck with nobody. Ain't nobody fuck with him. That's the perception I got of him. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't really, fuck with him other than the other few things, but I ain't really fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
He could
as far as like on some friendship shit, I knew who he was. I knew he was a Robin Hood legend. I knew all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, I ain't know none of this shit coming into high school, bro. I learned all this shit on the run, nigga. Like,
gotcha.
You feel me? I ain't know how to fire off. I ain't know how to get in my stand. I ain't know none of that shit, nigga. All I know is they finna throw the ball in the air. Whoever get it, run till your ass get tackled. Throw it, tackle. You feel me?
So when did the technique start coming in? Was it freshman or was it sophomore year? When did everything start clicking for you?
So a nigga named Mark Chase, and Mark really showed me how to like get in my stance and shit without showing me. He ain't really like pull me to the side and show me no shit. I just seen like the step. I knew I seen that he obviously was the man, or the people or the person they wanted to be the man.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying? So I knew immediately, like talking to my old boy, watch the nigga who the nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So my old boy just say, first you need to learn how to get in your stance. So,
yeah, we back. And you was telling me about Mark Chase and your dad telling you watch the man, who the man on the team. That's what I got last for everything.
My old boy was like, watch the nigga, who the nigga. Right. So I was watching Mark because at the time he was the nigga. But I ain't realized that, I realized like halfway through training camp that Mark wasn't the nigga. It was another nigga. I forget his name, dog. He was a defensive tackle. I want to say his name was Fletcher. What the fuck his name was, bro? He was black, dark skin, kind of look like you. You and him was friends.
I can't remember, man.
What the fuck is his name?
Now you got me scratched. I feel like I remember all my teammates.
No, man. What's his name, man? Who was on the defensive line that year? It was Mark Chase. Who was next to Mark?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. That sophomore year, which was your freshman year, was a blur for me because that was my first time on varsity too.
I think I want to say his name was either Dwight or Fletcher.
I can't remember, dog.
I ended up watching him. You feel me? I ended up watching him, and he ended up like taking me to the side and like showing me shit because he wanted to go to the military, so he ain't give a fuck about football. So it wasn't like I was knocking his shine. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I think he's a police officer right now, if I'm not mistaken. But he ain't give a fuck, so he was showing me everything, and I was soaking that shit the fuck up. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I was soaking that shit up, boy.
Gotcha.
I remember my first game. I think it was against Edison. You feel what I'm saying? And now I know, but that was like Duke homecoming.
It was.
The passion for that game was like immense. Like you can cut the tension, and like you can cut that bit with a knife. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he went off that game, boss.
And he went off. You feel what I'm saying? But I ended up getting in that game, and got pancaked a few times, got in the backfield a few times, and got a tackle, and helped on like 2 other tackles, and I was hooked, man. I was like hooked immediately. Like I was hooked from training camp, but I was like, cause I was kind of like balling in training camp my freshman year, but I was hooked from training camp. But nigga, in a game when you see them people up there, nigga, I was hooked, nigga. It was no feeling like it, and that was on like the small stage. You feel what I'm saying? That was like fucking the Mosquito Bowl. That wasn't even in track. You know what I'm saying? But I was hooked immediately.
Got you.
It was like a drug, bro.
All right, so you your freshman year, you're hitting the ground running, and you're learning from these guys. Move to sophomore year, which it's our junior year. I think that's Nuke's senior year. I forget what other guys were seniors on that team, to the Shin Hosters and all these other guys. I don't know. I think Champ was there or Champ gone? Champ was gone, man.
I think Champ left after my freshman year.
Right. So now
it was another nigga that my freshman year who I want to give shouts out to. Who taught a nigga some swag. It was a nigga named Booker.
And
he went to Turner Tech.
Yeah.
Boy, that nigga was raw, boy.
I remember Book ended up going.
And that's when Ali and Booker used to split time.
Really?
Ali ain't like that shit.
Really? I thought we had Booker at safety though, because I know you played safety in college.
But again, this is when I ain't know shit. So that nigga might have was playing safety.
Yeah. Hey, Booker, I remember in practice, because I was a lineman. I had to, in the box. He was very rarely in the box, so we had him at safety. They would bring him down sometimes, but I remember him being the safety.
That nigga Booker used to be smashing shit, nigga. Booker and Champ, that nigga Champ used to look like, bro. If you imagine LT from fucking Any Given Sunday, I swear to God, that's Champ. Yeah. That is Champ, boy. That nigga Champ looked just like LT. Man, exactly like his chest was huge, bro. Huge. Bro, when we first got in the weight room, I was lifting more than everybody else as a freshman, so they put me over there with Booker and Chase. I mean, with Booker, Champ, Chase, and it was this other strong ass nigga. What his name was? I want to say Bobby. No, it wasn't Bobby. It wasn't Bobby.
Bobby was strong though. Bobby was strong.
Bobby was strong as shit. Bobby was the only one who was contesting the nigga. Bobby had retarded strength though.
Until Brian came, y'all was the strongest on the team.
Man, I eat Brian ass up, bro.
What?
Eat his ass up. Brian couldn't fault me in that way room. I showed Brian how to bench press. Brian was benching like 225 until he met me, nigga.
What? But Brian got
I gave his ass that Rayfield Hunter knowledge. Brian ended up going up to like 375. But I was benching 405 when Brian was there.
But Brian got the 1,000 pound with 3 lifts.
No, hell no.
Did he get that? Because Willis was the only one on the wall.
The nigga got his lifts with the deadlift and the squat. The nigga was deadlifting like fucking 605 pounds.
Everything,
bro.
Yes.
Right. And he was squatting like another 5. So that was 1,000 right there. Remember Pacheco was like, y'all, you motherfuckers too strong, y'all cheating. So the 1,000 club just became the 2,000 pound club. Remember we used to have to try to get 2,000.
Oh yeah, because they used to give us shirts.
Your senior year, Pacheco made the 2,000 pound club. We used to have to get 2,000.
Because too many people were making it. I remember we used to get the little shirts. We had
you used to wear your shirt with pride. You used to get the shirt and then buy like 3 more of them shits. Like,
oh, you crazy. I earned every single one of my shirts. You crazy, boy. I put them lips in, baby. I had to bang against y'all big asses all day, goddamn. Hey, my body wasn't as big as y'all ass.
You used to cut the sleeve off your shit. Remember after the shit get faded, cut the sleeve off that bitch.
We used to cut that shit down. Oh,
hey, but you used to do that shit first. You used to just cut right here. You used to cut all the way right here.
I can't believe you remember that shit, dog.
I remember that shit, bitch. I remember everything, nigga.
All right, yeah, man. So, okay. So that was your sophomore year. Your sophomore year was our junior year, which we had a good team. We ended up losing to Dillard. I don't know if you remember that year in the playoffs.
I ain't never realized how young you was, bro. Like, so, hold on. My freshman year was your sophomore year?
Yeah. That was my first year on varsity.
My sophomore year was your junior year. Mm-hmm. Oh, so damn, you spent all my high school years with me.
I saw you I saw you every down because you were there on varsity with me. Yeah,
every day, nigga. Yeah. You one of the best left tackles in Central history, right?
Well,
See what I'm saying? Yeah. See, you a humble nigga, so I'm gonna give you your roses while you here. Nigga, you remember that nigga Jackie Clark?
No. Jackie Clark.
Yeah, that's his name. Jackie Clark. Is that his name? He was a left tackle for Edison, and the nigga never gave up his sack his whole fucking career.
Oh, I don't know who he is.
I think his name was Jackie Clark, bro. He ended up going to like UM or Florida State or some shit like that.
Oh,
that
really?
Was you to me.
Oh, really?
I used to argue with my dogs and be like, nigga, EJ raw as fuck, bro. Cause you know, I'm a bull rush the fuck out your ass, nigga. You get in front of me, I'm gonna try to lift your ass up. But you used to really like show a nigga like, hey, bitch, I don't give a fuck how strong you is, bitch. I got technique over here, boy. Yeah, man. You gonna almost get there.
Hey, man, I gotta thank my coaches, man. I gotta thank y'all boys too, man, cause those reps in practice, like I said, Chase, I never backed down from him. Going against guys like that gave me the confidence. Like, I don't care how big you are. You could put 3, and you could tell me this nigga 300 and he lifting like 5. I'm coming at him. I got
You
to
used to
feel
be
it.
blocking the shit. You used to be blocking the shit out of brain too.
Oh yeah.
Because once you realize that hey bitch, I'm not finna try to fucking stand in front of this shit. I'm finna technique the fuck out this shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, Brian used to always say, bro, fucking EJ, bro. Cause he'll get you, but you know, 9 times out of 10, you gonna let him get there. You just gonna push that hip, and Courtney gonna step the fuck up, bitch. Get your big ass out of here.
Hey, it's funny you say that, man. And the kids that I coach, like the linemen, the ones that's bigger, that don't have, and I tell them like every block is not gonna be a big crushing block. It's just learning how to position your body in a certain way so you stay between the ball carrier and the defender. You know what I'm saying? And
a lot of these shorties don't know that, but you see, I ain't learned football. I ain't know shit about football my whole time in high school, bro. I was just doing what they told me to do. But when I got to school and like the film study that's involved and understanding shit, bro,
right,
that's when everything I learned from y'all, it clicked, nigga. And that's when I became a fucking monster, bro. Like it was like I could not be blocked, bro.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
So let's rewind a little bit. Your junior year into your senior year. What was the difference? Because your junior year, we were loaded, man. We ran it off. We had Brian Toribio with Toribio. Like you guys were big house, Toribio, Ulysses. Like man.
So I go back to my sophomore year. My sophomore year, it was a huge stepping stone for me because I was introduced to something called adversity. So you know, I was behind Mark Chase and shit my freshman year. So you know, I'm coming in that bitch thinking I'm about to start. Like bitch, I'm starting, and I was labeled the starter. Me and a nigga named Maurice Brooks.
Man, how I forget Brooks, man. Oh, Brooks. Man,
me and a nigga named Maurice Brooks, which who also taught me swag as a big boy, because Maurice had all the swag, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Maurice, it was supposed to be me and Maurice Brooks, but then a nigga named House got eligible. Big House got eligible. Yeah. So when Big House got eligible, it was like Maurice was they liked his body. They liked him at the one. So he was playing. You feel what I'm saying? I was still developing. I was strong as fuck, but I didn't understand two gapping. And I didn't understand like, you know, taking on a double team. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't understand it yet. So I was still a backup. Because what ended up happening was House came and they loved House size. So for the defense that we was playing, that's what they wanted. 2 big fat ass defensive tackles to cover up for Chevin, Ali, and Big Mike and Brutus. That's what they wanted. You feel what I'm saying? So then something else happened. A nigga named Reggie St. France Pierre ended up coming to Central as a friend.
He was just like
you.
Just
like me. Mm-hmm. He was exactly like me. Huge, just like me. He just wasn't as strong as me. No. But his explosion could not be matched, bro. Nope. His hips and his legs, it could not be matched, bro. So he ended up doing the same thing I did. He ended up being a blue chip athlete. He ended up being starting on varsity his first year. But Reggie never went to JV. They was not letting Reggie go to JV. Because by that time, Saunders was in charge, and Saunders ain't letting them ballers go do that. He was like, fuck that. No. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Reggie was up there with us. So now I'm competing with this nigga to for the rotation. You get what I'm saying?
Man, we were loaded. Jesus.
We were loaded, bro. Up front, bro. We were loaded everywhere. But what ended up happening was it ended up being me, Reggie in the middle. Maurice and Jeff would start the game. But they ended up putting us in because they needed penetration up the middle. And them niggas was just holding blocks. You know? So my job was to hold blocks too, but shit, like my best friend Jamal Sheffield say, shit, my mama in the stands too. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get up out this bitch. I'm trying to make the tackle too. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't really realize that until my junior year. But me and Reggie, we became a real force in the middle from very beginning, from the beginning part, like, and we were raised by straight fucking soldiers, like Big Mike, Ali, like nigga, slap the fuck out your ass, bro.
You right, man. The boys were serious about it, man. And all jokes,
dead ass serious about that shit, bro.
Man, and all jokes aside, and I'm not trying to discourage anybody listening to this, but within that culture, within that football culture, dog, it's a certain mindset and a certain heart that you have to have. And there's certain athletes that you're gonna encounter that those boys go hard, and you could better step your game up or you get off the field.
Or get the fuck off the field.
That's it. And as a player, you should want that. You should want teammates like that because they're gonna take you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And all
but the thing is why niggas respect you is because, you know, I'll fight your ass out here too, boy.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't gonna just be trying me, boy. I'll fight your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody was like that on the team. Like, you ain't gonna just be, some niggas was soft as fuck, but you ain't gonna just be trying me like no fuck nigga. Right. You got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I'm gonna pick up something, hit your big ass with it, boy. You know what I mean? For real, nigga. Give a fuck who you is. But you know, all my big brothers, bro, all of them, they showed a nigga some shit, bro. And to be honest with you, what I just said, that's what they showed me.
Right. It's true. It's true, that's dog. It's true.
Don't get mad at me. You taught me.
All right. So before we leave and even talk about your junior year track, how much did you do track with us, or you didn't do that much track with us?
Yeah. So like my freshman year on varsity, like the 8th game in the season. Remember I told you I was playing JV. Well, it was like more like the 5th game of the season. I'm playing JV in varsity. I fucked around out there playing Cass City, and these niggas hit me. They break my motherfucking ankle. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember. Okay.
So that's why I was so imperative that I came back, because Reggie came in and I was still in that motherfucking cast. Yeah. In the spring, I was still in that cast.
I remember.
You feel what I'm saying? So after JV, and they broke my ankle, I had a borderline fracture, a hairline fracture. So they ain't put the small fucking cast on me. That shit was like all over my thigh, so I wouldn't move it.
Damn.
You remember when I got out of that cast, that's when my ankle started leaning to the side.
Yeah. You slew-footed.
Now, the reason I walk like that is because Reggie came. So the doctor told me he didn't want me to play spring football. He told me to sit out another 4 weeks and I was going to be good to go. He told me I was at 90%. So in spring practice, I seen Reggie out there. And Reggie was a freshman. And Reggie was balling. So after the doctor told me that, I went home and I was telling my old boy about Reggie. And my old boy said, "You want me to cut that shit off?" And I told his ass, hell yeah, cut this shit off. So my old boy pulled out a fucking electric saw. Like, you know, like the saws that got the fucking shit around it. And you cut wood with it. That nigga started cutting that bitch off. And my old girl sitting right there, she crying and she like, "You bet not cut my fucking baby. You bet not cut." And he got it off. And when he got it off, my leg thin as fuck. Like, we just came from the doctor. This is a brand new cast because the doctor just checked it. Put the brand new cast on it. Got back home on that weight bench. That nigga cut that bitch off because of Reggie. He cut that bitch off. That nigga was not gonna come in there and steal my motherfucking thunder. He got me fucked up. It gonna be 2 hours out here. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And by the time he cut it off, my old boy had my ass doing like up downs with my motherfucking like trying to get that bit back right, nigga. On Monday, I was out there, and that's why I was walking like that. All y'all niggas was ranking me, and I was walking fucked up. I was running fucked up, but boy, that nigga that nigga got me fucked up, all the way up.
Wow.
My old boy cut that bitch off, nigga.
Wow. So I want to say, like, that junior year, I think Reggie might have been I think he was a freshman, whatever you said. Like my going into
our junior year, Reggie was a sophomore.
He was a sophomore. That was my senior. Your junior year was my senior year. You know what I mean? So that team from my senior year to your senior year, what was the difference in the team? Because I know Dino was the quarterback. Then y'all had Bird at receiver.
From your senior year to my senior year? Oh, it was a gigantic difference.
We had a good amount with Courtney, Ali, and
Ali,
Seven, Vincent, all of you know, me, Big House, and Toribio.
Big House, like, nigga, we had everybody. Everybody left.
We were loaded. Yeah.
So like my first of all, my junior year, Brian Potter came.
Right.
And that's what like refined my game, because before then I was just learning from Anthony,
Toribio.
Which was Anthony was my best friend in high school. You already know.
Yeah, Ribio.
You seen me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And you already remember, I had a car in the 10th grade, so all them niggas wanted to, they needed a ride. You feel what I'm saying? Right. But I used that shit to my advantage. I don't know if the niggas thought they was using me, but I used that shit to my advantage. I used that shit to soak up knowledge, and then we became genuine friends.
Right.
Me and Toribio was always together. Toribio the one that got a nigga in track, because after I broke my ankle, I went to go wrestle with Coach McDonald. To try to get my ankle back in shape and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ended up losing in regionals to the eventual state champion.
Right.
And he played for South Ridge, but I ended up losing to that nigga. That nigga pinned the nigga in like 18 seconds too.
Gee, he was legit, man, boss.
Nigga was raw as fuck.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna use my strength in that nigga. I was stronger than that nigga. I had lifted that nigga one time. I was like, oh, I got this shit. That nigga grabbed that ankle. That nigga grabbed that ankle and flipped that bitch. Nigga,
He put in that work then. That's that technique, boss.
I was like, fuck, coach. But I ain't wrestled after that. And I should have kept wrestling, because I made it to regionals my very first year of wrestling. I ain't never wrestled in my life. I made it to regionals.
Hey, you know who I thought about since you said that about track? Because it used to be it used to be me, you, Toribio, Bay Point. Where is Bay?
Remember we used to get in that red Cutlass, nigga, and we used to leave Central. Remember we used to get about car. We used to go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Across the street from the
for the track.
And we used to be sitting up there eating, and them niggas used to be so bad. That's all Coach Rowe wanted us to do, was eat and throw that motherfucking biscuits.
Yo, where's Bay Point, man?
I don't know what Bay Point at, man. Bay Point used to try to give a nigga a challenge in that weight room too, but I used to shut his ass down too.
And Bay Point was strong. He was just strong, boy. Muscles everywhere.
He used to shut his ass down, man. He just Bay Point on that repetition shit, he can get you, but on that power shit, it wasn't nobody could fuck with me Bobby.
Oh yeah, Bobby was strong.
There wasn't nobody fucking with Bobby on power or me on power. Or shit, for that case, it wasn't nobody really fucking with Brian on power either.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And pound for pound, if we really want to talk pound for pound, the strongest nigga in the room had to be Marcus Daniels.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Marcus used to be power cleaner like 275 in fucking high school, bro.
Right. And you know what? I never, cause like when I think about strength, I think about us, like the trenches. I forget about guys like Marcus and how strong he was.
I learned that shit. I learned that shit in motherfucking in college. There was a nigga in college named DeAvery Edgecombe, bro. Played for FAU, boy. The pound for pound, when I tell you that nigga used to be in my weight group, nigga. Pound for pound, that nigga was 5'9", 205 pounds, shake the fuck out your ass, run past your ass. But pound for pound in that weight room, stronger than a bitch, boy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, so let's fast forward to your senior year, and this time for the recruiting process. I mean, you played as a freshman, you got all this ticking experience, you know what I mean? How did that senior year go for you, and what made you choose your path for school? The path that you chose.
So I don't know if you remember, my sophomore year, when you were still out there, your junior year, I had committed to the University of Pittsburgh. As a sophomore. I committed to the University of Pittsburgh. So I wasn't going nowhere else, because at the time, my cousin was out there, Antonio Bryant. He played for me.
That was your people's. Okay, I remember he played receiver in Pittsburgh. Now it's starting to come together. I remember.
One catch.
I remember him.
Tobo one catch against Jackson. So actually, Larry Fitzgerald and Randy Moss, he broke Randy Moss, all Randy Moss records as a freshman.
Matter of fact, look, when Brian was getting recruited by Miami, I remember Toribio. Did you come with us too? Because we went to that Pittsburgh game, and Brian had this little Miami thing. We went down and we was on the sideline and everything.
And I went to Pittsburgh, but y'all was on the Miami sideline. Remember, I was on the Pittsburgh sideline because I was on the recruit of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I was going to Pittsburgh, nigga. Yeah, we went there in my car. I remember. I remember.
Man, Okay, so all right, so you were supposed to commit to Pittsburgh. What happened?
So they dropped me for a local nigga because I was I'm a nigga out of Miami. I ain't never leave at that time. I've never left Florida ever, other than to go to Georgia for like a family reunion or some shit. I've never left Florida. I've never been past the Georgia state line. Like basically, you feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I wanted to go to Pittsburgh. Antonio was gone by then. You know what I mean? I would have been in there with Larry
Fitzgerald, yeah.
Fitzgerald. He would have been like a senior.
I remember Rutherford was the quarterback. They had a quarterback named Rutherford, and I forget who else was on that team.
And what happened was it was this other coach, and he was recruiting the nigga hard because he knew I was AB. He recruited AB. But what happened was Dave Wannstedt got the job. So when Dave Wannstedt got the job, he I guess he redid the recruiting shit. So they chose a local motherfucker, and I told him I was going on all my visits. I'm coming, but I'm going on all my visits because of the simple fact that I've never left Miami.
Right.
They paying for it, so I'm going on all my visits.
Right.
So they ended up dropping the nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I ended up not going. You know. So I ended up going to after a subpar season. I think we went 5-5 at Century.
That was after we left.
That was after y'all left. I balled out though. You feel what I'm saying? I remember like the second game of the year, the third game of the year, all y'all was in college. And y'all came back for the Northwestern game. And
yeah,
all
we
y'all
did.
Was on the sideline. All y'all was on the sideline. You, Brian, Ali, all y'all was on the sideline. Basically, every raw nigga that we was missing from last year was on the sideline, and y'all was in college. And y'all had all y'all college shit on this shit, and I was on the field. And I remember it was a 4th and 1, and it was a nigga. The West had a running back named Terry Perry and TK.
I remember them boys was ballers. Now I still remember
Terry
them.
Was raw as fuck. TK was faster than the bitch.
We had what happened to Terry? We had a Terry too. Now Terry was raw. Corey, remember Corey friend? Corey
Williams.
Yeah.
Terry Williams ended up going to Lincoln. I think he ended up balling too. That nigga Cavs used to look like bricks, bro.
He was another one that came in as a freshman. We put him at kick return, and he took one to the house.
I got his number too, bro. I'll shoot it to you.
Hey, yeah, shoot it to me, man. I want to talk to him, man.
I got his number. I got Jamal's number. You can put everybody on this shit because that's the way we gonna connect. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
But yeah. So I ended up y'all boys were sitting on the sideline, and it was 4th and 1. And they gave that ball to TK. I had done swim the guard, and boom, that nigga, the crowd went woo. And when I got up, all y'all niggas was over there going crazy, and I pointed at y'all nigga. That was like the time. That was like one of my most memorable times in high school. Like Brian and Ali, they was over there jumping on each other. That shit was awesome, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I miss my dog, Brian. Why?
Yeah. That nigga showed the nigga everything, man. That nigga showed the nigga how to get him a stands right. He the one who told me that I'm coming up too high because me and Brian used to stay at the practice with our pads on right there in front of the thing, and he used to try to fire off on the nigga. And I used to be blocking the fuck out of Brian, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But he'll get a nigga sometimes, like he'll hit the fuck out your ass, boy. But I'd be blocking the shit out of Brian. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I probably the worst thing that happened was me running into Coach Hanks, bro, because I feel like I was a really good offensive lineman.
You think so? Because I remember, we was talking a little bit about, what was it, the West? And you was talking about the West, what you did the West game when they put you at guard
that nigga
next to me.
Dixon
they put you next to me, I remember.
And they put me next to you, and they were like, ask EJ everything. Every play, you be like, block that, block 99, block this, block that, go to that. And you told me to go to Big Dixon. First play of the game, nigga. I knocked the fuck out that nigga. It was me and I think Corey. Cause Corey was center. And Corey hit that nigga, and then I came down on that nigga ass. We pancaked the fuck out of his big ass. Straight up the middle. Anthony Gaines, 76-yard touchdown. First fucking play of the game, nigga. They called that shit back. I think they called holding on Rook or either that. It was a Haitian dude next to. They called holding on one of them, but. First play of the game, nigga, we set that tone. And them niggas had we set that tone, nigga. Like nigga,
You were strong. You probably would have made a good offensive guard, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I knew I would have.
So
I was a really good defensive tackle, bro. Especially when I got to college, my nigga. I blossomed because I was a late bloomer. So like all them times that them niggas was in Pop Warner, they learned all that little shit. I was learning that shit on the run in high school, and when I got to college, it was like, okay, I don't went through Pop Warner. See, now I know football. Right. You know, see, now I know how to look at a nigga fingers and see if it's a run block or it's a pass block. Now I know to get out that huddle and try to look at that quarterback mouth while he in the huddle. If he's slipping, standing up. If that nigga slipping, standing up, nigga, I done read that on 1, on 2, on 3. I done read that come out his mouth. So now he fucked up because I know the snap count.
Right.
And the nigga better not get down there talking about no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm gonna really fuck that shit.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, guys like you is the reason why when I coach, I put in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I'm gonna mix something else in there too to throw you off.
Coach, that shit fucked up, Coach. If you say Sunday, Coach, that shit first sound, Coach.
First sound.
You gonna get under the center and say, go. I'm jumping that shit, Coach. Fuck it, I'll take the all sides. I'm jumping that shit.
Hey, see, niggas like you, we gotta make colors. We gotta make, we gotta do names. Dog, I do names. Dog, I don't even want to get my secret out because it is on
don't get your secret out. Don't get your secret out. Don't air this shit. And everybody in there over there.
But for guys like you, that's why I was like, when I make calls, I don't just stick to one. We're not just gonna have one. Monday is not gonna be our only first sound. We're gonna have 3-4 different options for people like you, because when you pick it up, we call it something else.
But see, I know when y'all pick it up, y'all gonna reset, right? Y'all gonna say, the quarterback gonna give them a signal and they gonna hold down. They gonna reset. Yeah. Now I know it's not on that snap count no more. See, now I know the ball.
Yeah. See, that's smart though. That's
really did your job because you slowed me down. Because now I know to watch the ball. But when you reset, I ain't gonna jump like that. I'm gonna wait until the ball snap, and then I'm gonna just try to use my keys on. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to, that's like smart. I teach my guys. A lot of niggas don't know one arm longer than 2.
It is, and it's kind of hard if you know how to use it, because we're trying to get 2. You know what I'm saying? And you know how to use it, like, boy, that's hard.
Because what I need you to do is what the body automatically gonna tell you to do is lean to me, and that's exactly what I want you to do. Because then I'm gonna ole your ass.
Okay. All right. So you chose Villanova, right? So what made you?
I didn't choose Villanova. I was forced to go to Villanova.
Explain.
So I told you, my old boy is the reason I am what I am and what I was. You feel what I'm saying? Andy Talley came in my front room after the Pittsburgh shit dropped off, and that's all my old boy needed to hear, nigga. That I was gonna get an education from a Ivy League school. And I was gonna come out of school making $100,000 a year, no matter what major I picked. And that's all he needed to hear. That's where he wanted me to go. So that's why I went.
So that's where you went. Did you get any other looks, or did you get to visit?
I went up there and visit. Yeah, I went to Northern Illinois. I went to Villanova. I went to the University of Cincinnati. I went to Rutgers.
Gotcha.
I went to when I went to Rutgers, Marcus and Willie and them went down.
They didn't let them show you,
but they wasn't there.
They didn't show you? They didn't let them show you around? That's crazy.
Nah, they wasn't there.
Oh, was it like they were traveling or something like that?
Yeah, I'm assuming. I'm assuming. I don't know. But and I went to I think that was the only ones I went to, because the last visit I went to Florida. I went to Florida.
Torian, you see Torian when he was up there?
You see Torian?
Yeah.
Torian.
Dude was legit though. Now that you brought that up, man.
Torian was in trouble when I went there though, I think.
He ended up going to Bethune or something like that.
Yeah, he was in trouble when I went there, I think. I don't remember. But
okay.
He wasn't my host.
So you get to Villanova, and how was that at Villanova? What was your
culture shock? Culture shock. Because when I was in high school, I waited good until my senior year to fall in love. You feel me? All through high school, you already know who I was with. All through high school, I ended up falling in love with Ali Cousin. Remember?
No, explain. Go ahead, tell me. Refresh my memory, because I probably remember.
So Ali Cousin ended up coming to Central. She ended up coming to Central our your senior year.
Okay.
So no, you was gone.
Okay.
You was gone.
So I probably don't know.
It was my senior year.
Okay.
So like during summer, I thought I had to go to summer school. So I was in summer school. So that's when I met Ali's cousin. Her name. So like really when I was in college, bro, I really couldn't focus because I was worried about. Feel what I'm saying? And you know, like my senior year, I don't know if you know, but my senior year, when them boys, you remember the FCAT?
Yeah.
Remember, if you already passed the FCAT, they used to throw this big field day for you in the back while they was taking their FCAT.
Oh yeah. Like everybody,
during that field day. So during that field day, my after my senior year, after the season, I ended up getting into a badass car accident.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
I ended up getting into a badass car accident. So I ended up going. I got to Villanova. I was 275. I got to Villanova. I was 240, 245.
Ah, jeez.
But all the weight came back real quick. You feel what I'm saying? So I get to Villanova. And it's a culture shock, you know. I chose to go to that school. You know, let's just say me and my old boy chose to go to that school, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to make the best of it. My old girl, my sister, all of them, they dropped me off to school. We took the train up there to school. So again, you got to remember, none of us never left Florida this far. Nobody. My mama, my sister, nobody. So this is an experience for everybody, which was real cool. You feel me? We took the train up there. You feel me? So my auntie Renee, she big time real estate agent in New York. So after we set everything up in Villanova, we catch the train and we go to New York. So we was in New York for like a week before training camp started. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So that was real cool. You know, and then when training stuff started, they dropped me back off. It was football again, you feel me? So the first day, we had to go in there and we had to basically do a combine or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So I ended up, you know, I ain't the most athletic, bro. If you put me on some bags and some cones, you really gonna think I'm a duck. You feel me? When you put me in that weight room, you're gonna be like, hey. So at the time, when I got to Villanova, they put me on the bench press because, you know, the bench press is part of the combine. So I ended up lifting 225 43 times. You feel me? I broke their record. Their record was 30. I broke their record. I ended up lifting it 43 times. At the time, it was an NFL combine record. Mm. Now, I think the NFL combine record is like 52. But I was like at 43 as a freshman. Jesus. So I ended up playing as a freshman, you know, Atlantic 10, freshman All-American and everything. Mm-hmm. And after my first semester at Villanova, after my second semester at Villanova, after the season, then I did that next semester, I transferred.
Why?
Thinking about it.
Hey, tell me what I have to cut out. Do you want me to keep this?
You show this to your boys, right? To your jits, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to keep this part, or you want me to edit?
Yeah.
Keep it. Okay. We keep it 100.
You know, I don't mean to call her a hoe, but
yeah, I know what you mean, man. I mean, you talking to me. I mean, it's like us. We're having a conversation. There's no disrespect to anybody listening to this. Right. This is just how we talk. It's nothing. But really, that's what it boiled down to. You know, I ain't tell my parents that and shit. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what it boiled down to, was thinking about this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? So, ended up transferring. You know, the shit the coach used to call my old boy, be like, hey, your son is awesome. If we can ever get him off the phone. Wow, you were caking, boy. You were baking cakes, huh? That's what you call it.
I waited good until I got to college to fall in love, boy. You feel me? So I ended up transferring to FAU. You feel me? When I there, broke they motherfucking bench press record too. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I had to sit out a year though. Mm-hmm. So again, we in this bag drill shit. You feel me? We in this bag drill shit. So yeah, like, this the recruit y'all was talking about? Like this the transfer y'all was talking about? You look like a duck out there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Spring practice come around, we put on them pads. Game over. Howard Schnellenberger. He just died on a Tuesday.
Yeah, the coach. He was a legendary coach.
R.I.P. to my legendary coach, Howard Schnellenberger. Oh, he always told me, he was recruiting me hard too. He came to the house too.
I remember him.
But my old boy still wanted me to go to Villanova because my old boy liked him because we had a family connection with him because my grandmother was actually his maid for 25 years.
Oh wow. Wow.
He used to stay in Miami Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
I done stayed at his house before.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm with my grandma.
Small world, because it came back around though.
Came back around.
Mm-hmm.
But once I told him, my uncle came out to a spring game and he basically told him who I was. And his infatuation with me grew even more.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went down, he doubled down on me. It got to the point at FAU, no coach could fuck with me but Howard Schnellenberger.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But when I got out there, I'm red shirting. Guess who out there with me? Mark fucking Chase.
Mark. Who else was at FA? You know, that just Mark. That's the only person
Mark
I remember.
Chase. It was just, he basically was a big ass safety, played for Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't you Keith though.
Okay.
It was
yeah.
Then what the fuck is his name? I forget his name, but hey, the nigga was a Breakfast Club champion, Breakfast Club legend.
What you mean?
At FAU, if you miss class, if you ain't show up to class, if you did anything wrong, you had this shit called Breakfast Club. So you had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and go out there and roll and fucking, crab and everything. So the coach gonna fuck you up because you making him wake up at 4:30 in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? Boy, that boy used to be out there. Boy, they could break that boy. They could break that boy. That boy used to be out there like, this all you got, coach? This all you got for me? This the reason I wake up 30 in the morning, coach? They couldn't break that boy. They would be so mad at that boy. That shit would be so funny.
Wow, that shit
would be so funny, bro. Devonnie Ward.
That was his name? Devonnie Ward. That name sounds familiar though, man. That sounds familiar. So, okay, so you at FAU, and I know the agility and bag drills are not your thing, but you doing your thing in practice. So you were with Chase and Ward, so what was your best experience? Practice, games, or whatever at FAU?
So when I got at FAU, I in pass, I'm unblockable, bro, because it hadn't clicked for me. You feel what I'm saying? So when I got there, almost none of my credits from Villanova transferred over. So I had to take 21 credit hours to be eligible for the next year. So I'm red shirting, but I got to take 21 credit hours. You feel what I'm saying? So I got to be like, I would come to practice late. Coaches knew what I was doing. I would do this late. Coaches knew what I was doing. So when I get to practice, these motherfuckers, you already know, it's like a football player dream, bro.
Yeah.
When I get in practice, I don't miss the stretches. I don't miss everything. When I get to practice, bitch, they doing inside
live. Oh, that's where it's at right there.
None of that bullshit. So I used to be happy as fuck. Like, yeah, I take all these classes. I ain't got to do none of that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to walk out there. You used to see FAU on the TV. You used to have them boys before they banned it. Them boys used to have the blue shit.
What?
Boys used to have the red shield.
The helmets, or you talking about the shield?
The shield.
Oh yeah. Like the smoke. I used to wear like a tinted one, but just like you said, they got rid of it, so everything had to be clear.
I brought that color shit to FAU, nigga. I came
down,
I had a copper shield. That shit looked like a penny.
Matter of fact, look, I got this helmet, right? I still got my old helmet. You can see mine. Mine's clear.
No, see, mine was, when I was at Villanova, it was blue.
Yeah.
Cause remember, I was playing when my inspiration for that shield shit was Sean Taylor.
That shit was nice. It was nice.
Nigga, and when I got to FAU, I met this bitch because I used to go to Oakley so much because I used to buy so many shields.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up fucking with the bitch at Oakley.
Mm-hmm.
So she used to give me all the shields. So nigga, I used to get shields for my teammates. I used to come out that bitch with all type of shields. Bitch, that shit ain't match my uniform, nothing. Bitch, I come out there with a fucking green fucking shield. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But that was my whole thing, bro. Anytime I went out there, they put me like when the year I was redshirting, our first game of the year we played Louisville, and they were gonna be blocking Elvis Dumerville. So the whole training camp, nigga, I was number 53. I was the red jersey number 53, nigga. I ain't gonna tell you how many sacks I got on these niggas, but what I can tell you is when we played Elvis Dumerville, that nigga got one sack and nobody blocked.
Hey, listen here, he was good. Like I remember
Nobody blocked him.
we was talking about, my sophomore year, which was your freshman year. Dumerville was at Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I had to block him.
That nigga was strong as fuck too.
He was
that nigga daddy owned the gym.
Right. I worked out with those guys. Me and Brutus was cool with them. You know what I'm saying? So in the off season, I would go hang out with Brutus, and then we would work out with Frank Dumerville, which was, Elvis's dad. Crazy.
So just imagine.
Crazy.
So just imagine. So his daddy was like my daddy.
I know. Listen here, Randy. I worked out with them before. When I tell you Frank is crazy.
Nigga just out there, doing some crazy shit, bro. I'm telling you.
What? Man, dude, I ain't never hurt so much. I ain't never hurt so much after a workout, dog.
My old boy used to have me clean grout with a motherfucking toothbrush, but my knees couldn't hit the floor. My knees couldn't hit the floor, bro. And if my knees hit the floor, it would be like rice on the floor. So like, you ain't gonna sit there too long. No. But the shit made a nigga where we was, boy. Like
it definitely made us better. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about Frank Dumerville. He'll work us hard, but then he'll feed us after everybody. You know what I'm saying? He was good people's, man. But I could see why Elvis was as good as he was. If you live with that, we was just working out with them.
And just remember, Elvis just the one that made it. Nigga, he had brothers, and them niggas was raw as fuck too.
They were.
Like,
man.
For example, I give you so at FAU, I played with one of Elvis' cousins. His name Paul Dumerville.
Mm-hmm.
His motherfucking son is the starting left tackle at LSU right now, number 74, Dumerville.
Wow. Yeah, Elvis definitely made a name for himself.
Bro. He played for St. Thomas Aquinas, bro. He the starting left tackle for LSU right now, red shirt freshman.
That's dope. Yeah, that was definitely a tough guy to block. So, okay, so you had to play Elvis, you know what I mean, in practice or whatever the case may be. So how was your first actual game with FAU?
My first actual game against FAU, with FAU, was me coming from Villanova, and I'm playing against a crowd of a max 15K.
Mm-hmm.
So my first game back from red shirt, I'm playing the University of Clemson. There's 109,000 people in this motherfucking stadium. Hey, when we was driving down this, they got this shit called Death Valley, right?
Yes.
We're driving down Death Valley in our buses. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We got a police escort. It's fucking 10,000 people outside, 20,000 people outside. They don't give a fuck, nigga. Eggs, barbecue, everything being thrown at this bus, nigga. They rocking the bus, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
We get in that bitch. We warming up. It's about time to go out. Snelly gonna give you the biggest games, nigga. He don't give a fuck. He know we gonna get our ass whooped, but he don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. This is what he want to happen. He want to dominate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the only way you gonna dominate is by getting your ass whooped.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And if we on that level, then we'll whoop their ass. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, when I tell you 110,000, 120,000 motherfuckers chanting, shit.
Wow. Yeah, moving.
The fucking ground is moving, bro. And them boys run down that motherfucking hill.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like it.
Like an earthquake gonna hit.
My next game was South Carolina.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? Next game after that was Oklahoma State.
Man, y'all had a schedule.
You,
what y'all like in the Sun Belt though?
Sun Belt, nigga. Next game after that, Kansas State. Telling you,
y'all had He was trying to get y'all in there.
He was trying to make us there. But now FAU got a 60,000 seat stadium.
Yeah.
What's
the name? Who's the coach?
We are actual team in the Big East, bro. And just like I feel like just like I'm part of that foundation that made Central cool to come to.
Right.
Because when we went to Central, it wasn't cool to come to. It was cool to go
to the West.
Western Kansas City, some other schools. We made it cool for motherfuckers to come to Central. And I ain't taking nothing away from nobody.
Right.
But we started that. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
I feel the same way about FAU.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Nigga, we was going to portables, nigga. Now these boys in $1 million motherfucking facilities, bro. In a stadium. That's it, 60,000 motherfuckers, bro.
We should, because y'all used to play in Broward, right? Y'all used to use that Broward Stadium. Lockhart, yeah. You know what I mean? And you should, like, you're a part of that history to help build and get it up there, man. Going against South Carolina and Clemson and Kansas
nigga, I remember
State.
we almost upset the number 2 South Florida team that year. Nigga, they ended up beating us by 3 points. Nigga, we almost upset their ass, nigga. And I was suspended that game. Nigga.
Was it USF?
USF.
Wow.
It was USF. We almost upset their ass, nigga. FAU, right there in our hometown, nigga. We almost upset their ass, and I was suspended. And the game-changing play was Selby going up the middle. I'm telling you right now, if I was there, that shit wouldn't happen. It wasn't gonna happen.
So how was the battles with the Crosstown FIU?
Oh, we murdered them niggas, man. Now the rivalry was deep though. Like that was some real shit. Like nigga, that was like a real hatred. And you know that I moved back for. She went to FIU.
Oh, okay. So how all right, you went back for her. How did that end up working for you?
I got a whole nother wife right now. You know what I'm saying? Millions of dollars down the drain.
So if you would give kids, and this is a funny thing, like me and my boy that we train together, we always tell kids, like, I hear parents, if y'all are listening to this, we tell them to dump their girlfriends. Like, just
I wouldn't necessarily say dump them,
but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna see more, and you might as well
dump her mentally, not physically. Let her dump you.
But if you nowhere around, if you about to go to a whole nother town, whole nother state, you might well let her go, boss.
I wouldn't let her go.
So all right, so I'm gonna let you
speak. Some shit when y'all get back home, coach.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak on that. What type of advice would we give the young guys if they had a girlfriend, transition to college, they got a scholarship, they're going up north, away from Miami or away from their town? What type of advice would you give them? I'm saying dumping them. You say no, so go ahead and tell them why.
So I'm gonna hit every angle, right? If you are a college star, a college athlete being recruited, if you're not even a star, if you got a scholarship and you're not even no star, you got a scholarship, you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To go make something of yourself and these crackers gonna pay for it, then you make sure that they do that. And by all means, you don't let nothing get in the way of you making that happen. Because for a lot of us, you're gonna be first generational college graduates. For a lot of us, you know what I mean? You might have 1% that shit, they black and they graduate all the time. You know what I mean? For us, it ain't too many. You know what I mean? What I would say is, please understand the opportunity that you got, because it ain't too many people get that opportunity. You know what I mean? When I was coaching, I would tell my guys, the same motherfuckers you leaving that you thinking about all the time, it's gonna be in the same exact spot, doing the same exact shit when you get back.
That's big.
I promise you.
That's big.
I promise you. Your homeboy on the corner, that nigga gonna be right there on that same corner.
Right.
The bitch on that block, she gonna be right there on that block. You ain't missing shit. I promise you. I seen one of your interviews you did with Marcus, and I seen one of your interviews you did with Ali. And I think all of us gonna come to the same conclusion that when you leave Miami, we have to be like this in Miami. You feel me? And we don't have to be like this in Miami. It's just because we was raised this way. That's the reason for that.
Right.
These people don't want to hurt you. These people want you to be friendly. You know what I mean? Us going up there with this Miami attitude,
right,
and this type of I ain't no friendly nigga, or don't fuck with me, mean mugging everybody. That shit for the birds. That shit stupid as fuck. Because we up here to make connections. We up here to make contacts.
Dope.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, we up here to meet people. Right. That's what college for.
Right.
And if you unapproachable, ain't nobody gonna approach your ass.
Right.
Especially if you look unapproachable. You already look like a big black scary nigga. You don't act like one.
Right.
You know what I mean? And but that took growing for me to realize, and that took like time for me to realize. You know what I mean? Like, like I watched all your interviews, and I think Marcus said it best. I'm gonna be real with you. I think Marcus said it best. Some of my best friends is from college. It ain't even the motherfuckers who I grew up with.
True.
Some of my best friends are from college. white boys, Asian motherfuckers, Indian motherfuckers. Some of my best friends come in town right now, nigga. I'll leave them with my kids and go to work. You get what I'm saying, right. Nigga? I don't want to leave none of you niggas with my kids. For real, bro. You gotta be fucked up. But that's how I feel. You know what I mean? Like we need to get out that mantra of we gangster. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a good way to go about shit. I think that sets us back. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit. You know? But I think everybody who realizes they're going through that shit actually changes and they actually do some other shit. The definition of insane is doing the same shit twice, expecting a different result, bro. Right. So don't do the same shit twice, bro. If you fucked up on that shit once, that shit ain't gonna work again. I promise. You know, that's the advice I would give. I wouldn't tell you to break up with your girl. You're gonna want something when you come home. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't tell you to break up with your girl, but what I would tell you is,
what's that?
Prioritize yourself with yourself. You come first. You ain't married, you ain't got no motherfucking kids. You come first, nigga. My old boy always told me, how the fuck you gonna love somebody else? You don't love yourself. Love yourself.
That man, everybody need to hear that. How can you expect to love somebody else or give love and you don't even love yourself? And there's so many people chasing relationships, dog, and they don't love themselves. Go ahead.
You don't love yourself if you fat and you're out of shape.
Give it to him, dog. Tell him. I knew you was gonna give it to him raw, real. And you got diabetes and your blood pressure, and you still eating fried chicken and shit and all that shit. You don't love yourself. So how the fuck you gonna love somebody else? I'm out of shape. I'm 305 pounds, but you know what? I don't look 305 pounds. No way.
I don't look 305 pounds, but that don't mean that I ain't out of shape. But I love myself, nigga, because I walk, I do everything I need to do, but I work too. You feel me? I done did this, I done done it. You feel what I'm saying? And you don't love yourself if you worry about another motherfucker. You don't love yourself, and you fucked up. If you worry about another motherfucker and you fucked up, you don't love yourself. Love you, and I promise you, everything else falls in place. Ain't no nigga ever lose no pussy chasing money, but a whole bunch of niggas done lost money chasing pussy. Girls, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I promise you that. For sure, girls follow money.
And I think too, all jokes aside, man, it's just like the mindset, even when we were young and now we older, it's just that they want dudes that's got something going for them. They want to get on that journey with you. Cause you know what I'm saying? Most people, you know, they have money, they doing something. And you know, the chicks want to be part of that doing something. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be with you if you just sitting on the couch doing nothing. They'll go find something.
Room, you got a fucking blow up bed and fucking, it's a trap house, nigga. You feel me?
Right.
These young niggas don't do it, boy. You could, man, look, man, love yourself. Worry about you. Get your shit together. It ain't cool to go take another nigga's shit. It's cool to get your own shit. You feel me? Like, that's what's cool. You feel me? These niggas be tripping, bro. But
yeah,
it's how these boys were raised, man. It's how these boys, it's you can't blame them sometimes because it's the only thing they know. It's the only thing they live. You feel what I'm saying?
Got you. All right, so you
coach kids like that, man.
So you going through that college process, you know what I'm saying? So where was the end for you, or did you, you know, what as far as going pro and doing all of that? What was your transition?
So I ended up going into the 2007 season. I ended up this is gonna be the year I was gonna declare. I don't give a fuck because the type of defensive tackle I was in high school was different than the type of defensive tackle I was in college, but it was the same shit. Right. I was there to take up space.
Right.
So in college, I couldn't keep the weight. Like I come to fucking training camp. My metabolism was moving so fast. I come to training camp 290, 280. By the end of training camp, I'm 250.
Damn. Yeah. They get it. They get it from you in college.
My takeoff and my explosion was like Aaron Donald and Dwight Freelius. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't as athletic as him. I was as strong as them niggas, but I wasn't. My feet wasn't like them niggas. And you know I'm flat-footed as fuck.
Yeah.
Which I think was my attribute, my takeoff, because see, half of your foot on the floor, my whole foot on the floor. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like that was an attribute to me. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, because you harder to move, man.
Right, I turned negative into a positive. Fuck that. I can't get in the army, but bitch, I can fuck you up. You feel me?
All right. So what happened? What happened that year, though?
So that year, I had to pass this one class, and I basically plagiarized the paper. You feel me? I paid somebody to do the paper from some online shit. You know, it was supposed to be like a 21-page paper. And I paid somebody to do that shit. And they suspended me for that shit. This would be the second time that I was suspended. They suspended me for that shit. And after that, I kind of went to like what they call now depression. I was depressed. Gotcha. And I let that shit like eat me. Like to the point to where I was like staying with teammates, paying rent with my Pell Grant, paying rent with this, paying rent with that. And I wasn't playing football no more. Man. Oh, wow. I would go to the games and I'll be coaching them niggas from the fucking goddamn stands, man. Like, telling them niggas what's going on. Because I by that time I understood football. To this day I understand football. Football is so easy.
So they wouldn't let you come with the like ride with the team, or like how was that? How was that process?
No. When Howard Schnellenberger suspended me, he cried. You feel me? I cried. You feel what I'm saying? It was almost like I knew that was the end.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So like what made...
I didn't want to transfer no more because of my old boy. You know, my old boy told me this, I should have transferred. I should have went to school. Fuck it. Like, you just don't have to support me no more. Fuck it. That's what I should have did.
Yeah.
But I didn't. You understand? What I did was I started like I went to the Eagles. And then I got cut. You feel me? And I ain't even make it to training camp. I just got cut. But I wouldn't necessarily say cut. Like I went up there and they seen me and they liked it and they was like, yeah, but well, you know who you is.
They like to dig in. They'll dig into your history now. Okay.
Don't think, young niggas, don't think that you're gonna do some shit and the bitch can't look it up. I went to FAU, and even when I was redshirting, I decided that I was gonna steal computers.
Like what was? You
said this gonna help the young people, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
I decided I was gonna steal computers. You feel what I'm saying? I got caught doing that shit. They suspended me. Howard got me out of it. And I ended up playing. That's when I ended up playing. That's when I ended up, you know.
Well, you was trying to flip the computers or what?
Yeah. Doing dumb shit.
Right.
Shit I ain't have to do, bro. Shit I ain't have to do. My mom and daddy, you know, I probably was the only one on the team or very few people on the team with their parents together. I ain't come up with no single home. The only other person I can think of is probably you or Ali. His mom and daddy was together. Like
no, it was just my dad. I didn't have, my mom was up the road.
You see what I'm saying? See, so I ain't even know. I just assumed, you know, I always seen your daddy. I figured your mama was somewhere.
Yeah,
like, you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think you maybe
Ali.
I know Ali for a fact because I'm a part of that family. You get what I'm saying? So I know him for a fact.
Dad used to be around all the time.
Yes,
I love Aunt Dad. He was good people. Yeah.
And Daddy was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But, you know, I had my parents, and my parents just sent me $100 a week. With my scholarship, with my Pell Grant, they just sent me $100 a week, and I still decided to do that dumb shit.
So what made you do that? Was it peer pressure? Was it like what?
There wasn't no peer pressure. I ain't no motherfucking follower, nigga. I'm a leader because I wanted to do it. Doing stupid shit, bro. Just stupid, unnecessary young shit. Yeah. Don't do that shit.
And you know what? As we get older, dog, it's easier to speak from this mindset now because we're older. When you're young, you're like in the moment. Oh, I'm just do it.
Just cause you want to go to this party later, or you want to do that later, or you want to do this, and you need some money to do that shit. So if you hold on real quick, EJ. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you wanna, you finna go do this, you finna go do that. You want some J's, you want this, you want that. You done blew the money, you done did this, you done did that. You finna go do some shit to get it. Like I said, man, don't chase. And it boils down to you chasing these hoes. It boils down to you want to look good for these bitches. You want to do this for these bitches. You want to do that for these hoes. You want to do that for these women. You want to do that. No. What you should be doing is chasing your money, chasing your craft. Because eventually, you finna be making the money to go buy that shit legally. Then they just finna drape all over you. You finna have to beat these bitches off with a bat. Whether you an NFL superstar, or you a hot shot lawyer, or you a subpar lawyer.
Right.
If you a veterinarian, if you a real estate agent.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you is. You make money, bro.
Right.
That's what they want.
Right.
That's what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Girls are like allowances that you gotta pay. That's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel.
Right.
I'm good for this bitch, and you fuck that. Worry about you. Worry about your money. Go to the gym and get this shit right. It's only 1% of us make it. Period. 1%. It's 2 million motherfuckers playing high school football.
Right.
It's 4 million motherfuckers playing college football. 1% of y'all make it. You think it's gonna be you? Nigga, that's like hitting the lottery. That's like hitting the lottery. I know you know niggas on the street right now that you know for a fact should be in the NFL.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on.
Right, man.
The whole goal of you going to college is not for you to make it to the NFL. It's for you to get a motherfucking education. It's for you to get your shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel. The whole goal of you playing football is for you to be in the opportunity, for you to get the opportunity to go to college for free. Now, that is a different type of scenario. That's a different type of percentage. It's a whole bunch of percentage of motherfuckers win that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? 80% of you motherfuckers going to college.
Right.
80% of you motherfuckers need to graduate too. On some real,
it's true, man. But
once that happens, game over. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about black colleges too. Let's stop putting our money towards these white colleges, man. We black. We start putting our money towards these black colleges start getting these raw ass institutes like these white colleges got, then the black players will go there. But when a black player go to Alabama and see the facilities that he's gonna be in, and then he go to Jackson State and see the facilities he's gonna be in, he's choosing Alabama. You get what I'm saying? Because their mind is just fucking small, bro.
Right.
They don't see the bigger picture of the foundation that they're gonna be laying like me and you did.
Right. So just to say that, do you think just because of the way the game is and the fact that we were so young, meaning that we have to make a life decision, that we weren't equipped to even make that decision?
No, you wasn't equipped to make that decision. You just do it just to do it. You know what I mean? Everybody who commit to college is not equipped to commit to college, bro.
You're right.
Because we young men and we don't even know what the fuck we want to do. If I say I want to be a vet right now, I might not want to be a vet in 2 years. Now I'm in a veterinarian school. You know what I mean? I just feel like we need to go to black colleges. I feel like all these athletes that's raw as fuck need to go to black colleges. Because once one of them do it, a whole bunch of them will do it.
Yeah.
It need to be a nigga who say, I'm finna do that shit. Yeah. Just because, you kill a nigga because of the principle, not because of the money. Let's kill a multi-trillion-dollar enterprise for the principle. For the principle. They mutting us, bro. We go out there, they make millions and billions of dollars off us, bro. They sell our apparel. They sell our name, and we don't get nothing in return, bro. They don't even want to pay you.
Dog, that's highway robbery, straight up.
You want to hear the real reason why they don't want to pay college athletes?
What is it?
The real reason they don't want to pay college athletes because it's gonna be niggas like me and you that sue. Because the moment they pay these new niggas, I'm suing. What about me? I help.
Right.
But now imagine 123 years of suits. That's why they won't do it.
Yeah. They've been trying to find these loopholes and stuff. You said what?
They have to file for bankruptcy.
Yeah. And I think
because
that's what
not only will we sue, but motherfuckers who's died, they estate will sue. They family will sue. They estate will sue. They can't do it. They can't say, okay, now we're gonna pay up, and they won't do that. So what they do is they say, okay, y'all can get money for y'all likeness.
Yeah. That's
because they know that we can't go back and repeat it. But if they start paying these boys, they know people like me and you will sue.
See, that's the thing, right? And you think about this, right? And we used to think about it like when the college game, the EA Sports game, and just because the names are not on there. And remember, we used to always have a thing where you can upload everybody's roster. You know who that player is. Why can't he get a check just like that dude in Madden? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference?
It's because they know we will sue. Now, just imagine every player on the NCAA game you talk about from 04, 05, 06. Imagine every player suing.
Right. But then you're on mute. And then, like, just say, for instance, just like what you said, that's small, right? That's small compared to jerseys. That's small compared to concessions. That's small compared to ticket sales. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's small compared to marketing, period.
Marketing, dog. Like, so the thing is, it's like,
how much money you think USC got off Reggie Bush?
Oh, ain't no telling.
How much money you think USC got off Lindell White and Matt White?
Yep.
And Ray Malaluga and Troy Polamalu.
Yep.
During that year, they prime billions. I guarantee it.
And it's all profit. If you can go get a kid out of a small neighborhood that like, okay, he wants to do big things, but nothing else is around him. So you're gonna be like, look, come with me. Let me show you something.
They're gonna build a whole bunch of libraries off that nigga fucking attributes on the field.
Oh,
they're gonna build a whole bunch of motherfucking buildings.
But what you said to me, not to get off the football stuff, I feel like is a deep-rooted problem in the Black community, because if you really think about business, we don't trust each other. If you think about business, we go quick to go buy Nike, but let somebody else in our community create something. Let's see how much we support them. I'm gonna use the Baller brand as an example, right? I'm gonna just use it as an example. I don't care how good or bad the product was. You know what I'm saying? And the question I want to ask is, how long did you think it take Nike to get the shoe right?
I don't know about, I never been no shoe nigga.
No, so, I'm just using him as an example about us not supporting our people. Go ahead.
Big Baller brand, nigga, LeVar Ball is a motherfucking genius.
Right.
Motherfucking genius, bro. Fuck you, crackers. Fuck y'all.
Right.
Bitch,
right.
I could do what y'all doing.
Right.
And the problem I have with LeVar Ball is some of the shit that he do is hurting his kids.
What is he like? What is he doing?
Some of the shit he say is hurting his kids.
Oh, you talking about? Yeah. I just want to use his brand as an example, though.
Look through your shorties, bro. I understand everything you created for him. That's cool. That's raw as fuck, LeVar. But you need to chill because you putting your shorties in a fucked up predicament. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You kind of putting them in a predicament to choose, and he shouldn't do that.
Right.
But I think Big Baller brand is genius, and I think if everybody said we ain't buying Nike no more,
right?
We're gonna buy Big Baller all this year.
Yeah.
Big Baller will be Nike.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But niggas don't do that. Niggas say we not going to Publix, Walmart. We ain't going none of that shit. Let's go to a Black-owned grocery store. Now, what I want to put in your head is how many Black-owned grocery stores you know?
None. Not around me.
Killer Mike shit where he wouldn't eat or drink or do shit unless it was Black made.
That's
on Netflix. Killer Mike shit.
No, I'm not. Nah. You just gave me something to watch, boss.
Netflix, bro. And the nigga would not eat or drink or ride or do nothing unless it was Black known. Guess what? He was fucked up out here on these streets.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no black homes. There is no black homes.
So how do we change that though?
I think you change it by fucking starting from what I just said, bro. These athletes need to go to black schools. Fuck the amenities, fuck the facilities, black school because it's black. Bring them billions to the black school for 2-3 years, 5 years, and watch what the fuck happen.
Right.
Watch what the fuck happen. But they don't want that.
Right.
And if that happened, listen, Deion Sanders is a threat to Alabama, Mississippi State, and Mississippi. He is a threat to Florida. He is a threat to Georgia.
I hope he stay for a while. I really hope he stay for a while.
He not.
Yeah, I know. I really hope he stay for a while because I love seeing it. Because I'm not gonna lie, I tune in.
At the end of the day, Deion, I wouldn't say don't give a fuck about niggas because he does, obviously. But Deion want his money. And Deion want to be on that big stage. He's prime time. They got prime time doing brunch right now. Prime time is playing doing brunch right now. Yeah, that ain't what prime time want.
Gotcha.
Prime time want to be coaching for Clemson, LSU, Florida State, UM. So he could be on prime time.
You hit it, prime time.
But don't think that he bought that nigga in Jackson State is a threat.
He is.
Because he's taking recruits.
And that's the thing too. What's crazy about me is if you watch the game, you know what I'm saying, whether it's football, basketball, whatever, we make up majority of the population. You know what I'm saying? So that means we have the power.
Hold on real quick, EJ. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that we have the power to change the dynamics of everything because without us, it's nothing. Meaning if we stop, nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? But we don't look at it like we have all the power because they get us when we're so young in a vulnerable state of mind, coming from environments of nothing, most of us, you know what I'm saying, coming. So just like you said, you go to Alabama and you see everything that they have. Why would you say no?
And then is this stigma of I think I think Marcus hit on it, and I think Ali hit on it a little bit. It's this stigma if you come back and you ain't make it to the league that you are a failure. Let me tell you something, bro. You never went to college. You feel what I'm saying? You never left this block, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? You can't. Who the fuck are you?
Right.
These motherfuckers coming back with degrees. Yeah, I ain't coming back with no millions so you could fucking feed off me like a fucking tick, nigga. That's why you mad. Fuck these niggas, man. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think Marcus because Marcus and Ali, you know, fuck that politically correct shit. Fuck you niggas, bro. I ain't do it for you. I did.
Right.
If I made it, I wasn't gonna give you shit anyway.
Right.
On some real shit. That shit was going to Alfreda, Rayfield, and whoever it is right now. Right. That's where it was gonna go. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't be scared to go do some shit, bro. Like, I tell my daughter that now. Cause see, I'm in a different mindset right now, bro. Like, you know, after football, my nigga, like, it's like a nigga struggle. You know what I mean? And nigga struggle hard.
Struggle how with what?
I struggle with my identity.
Who
I was.
Dope. Okay.
Like who I was, bro. Like, what am I doing? Like, I don't know how to do nothing else but go work out, bro.
Right.
In football, it provided us with a schedule. It provided us with a itinerary of what to do. You feel what I'm saying? So when you leave that, you don't have a schedule. You don't have nobody telling you where to go. Nobody telling you what to do. That's a culture shock in itself.
It is.
So now you with your homies. You back at home, you with your homies. You don't know what to do because you ain't got shit to do. You gonna get into trouble. Because the only thing out there right now is the devil.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I mean,
Gotcha.
most people don't feel like that. But what I did was, my old girl got me a job with a medical billing company, and she was working at the doctor's office, but they did their own medical billing and coding. So they need to find like the EOBs. EOB is just like it just tell you who you is, your social, all that shit, what work you had done in the doctor's office, whatever. So my whole job was to call these insurance companies and see why they wasn't paying me. So you call Moderna, or you call fucking AFMAD, or whatever the case may be, and you say, hey, what's wrong with this claim? Why y'all not paying this claim? And they got to tell you. They got to say, oh, you got one of the digits in the social wrong. So I got to go back in the system, change that digit in the social, resubmit it, they'll take it. You know, that helped me. So while I was in that, it was a nigga named Terry Griffin walking down, and my old girl knew him. Terry Griffin was the director of Parks and Recreation for the city of Miramar. So Terry kept saying, man, yeah, I got you, son, man. I got a few jobs up there. I got them. Never applied. So I finally applied. But while I was applying, I said, fuck it, I'm finna go drive trucks. I wanna have my own semi truck. So I went to school to drive trucks. I'm in Texas at Snyder National. And Miramar called. Mm-hmm. And Miramar say, hey, we got a job for you, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Come to the interview, this, that, and the third. Now I know Terry got me this job because of my mama. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? The job was paying the same shit I was making, but I can go home every day. I ain't got to be over the road. So I went back to Miramar. Mm-hmm. Fuck it. Left the truck right there at Family Dollar. Fuck it. I called my cousin. He stay in Texas. Remember I tell you, Antonio Brown. Mm-hmm. I mean, Antonio Brown got drafted by the Cowboys. He stay in Texas. Call his little brother, come get me. That nigga came and got me. We out. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I get back to Miramar and start the job. A year later, I moved up to full-time, permanent. Mm-hmm. I started off part-time, temporary. Mm-hmm. I moved up to full-time, permanent. After I moved up to full-time, permanent, I ended up becoming the heavy equipment operator. After I became the heavy equipment operator, I ended up becoming the manager for the whole park. Biggest park in Broward, 373 acres. So now the football shit is clicking back in. See, because everywhere I go, like I'm gonna try my hardest because I learned that from y'all.
Football. Yeah.
From football. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking 3 steps ahead now. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I got 90 credits in college. I ain't graduate. To this day, I still got 90 credits in college. I need 120 to have a degree. I got 90. Mm-hmm. I still got 90.
Right.
But after I became the heavy equipment operator, we had a guy named George. He was going out, and he was the lead man. So they was reclassifying his job as the superintendent while he going out. But George ain't give a fuck because he was going out. So everything I did, everything I learned, I did it to get that job. So I started like taking charge. I started telling the guys what to do. I started like making the work orders. I started doing everything. I started leading before I was getting paid to do that. I started showing an incentive to do that. So when the time came to be hired for that superintendent, they hired me. So now I run this park. We got 8 football fields, 3 soccer fields, and 2 baseball fields. All of them started to look like gold because I went to, I started learning grass. I started learning herbicide, pesticide, pool license. I wanted to go get everything. While them niggas was in there eating lunch, I was outside on the backhoe learning how to work it. All the way until a heavy equipment operator see me working this backhoe every single day. So they decided to come over there and help me work this bitch because they seen me working there wrong for a week straight, 2 weeks straight.
Wow.
So they showed me how to work this shit. So now I became better than them working this bitch. You get what I'm saying? So long story short, dog, you know, I ended up being the superintendent for the city of Miramar, basically Miramar Regional Park. It was a superintendent in its own. That wasn't my title, but that's what I was doing. And then I ended up being the field service supervisor for the city of Sunrise, and I ended up doing all that shit at the same time. So I ended up making like 115 grand a year, but I was never seeing my family ever, ever. But I was providing a life that I feel like I would provide if I was in football. So now football still fucking with me. It's fucking with me. Cause now I'm trying to overemphasize on shit they should have if I was playing with shit that I can make right now.
Gotcha.
So I'm missing shit. So I'm trying to go get money for shit to pay for, and I'm missing shit that I can't buy. You get what I'm saying? And it was just a fucked up situation. So I decided to move to Atlanta. You know? And I'm up here in Atlanta now, and I'm a maintenance manager for the airport. And like Marcus say, I stay in the neighborhood like Disney World, brother. I mean, I ain't got no college degree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure you get that. See?
Right. Nice neighborhood. That's what's up.
I stay in this. It's my house right here. But growing up, my nigga, I never dreamed like this, but not from doing this. It was gonna be from being a millionaire, but you don't gotta be a millionaire to live like this stuff. You get what I'm saying? You don't. You really and truly don't, bro. You just gotta like put your toes in the ground and do something, dog. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it, dog, but I never expected that this wouldn't come from football. This came from me. This came from my mind. It ain't come from football. You feel what I'm saying? But it came from the shit that was installed by me by football. You get what I'm saying? But it ain't come from me. I ain't buy none of this playing a down of football. You get what I'm saying? So that, I think that's the big thing niggas need to know.
Right.
There's only 1% of these niggas gonna make it, and that's cool. And it's not because you wasn't good enough, or when circumstances might have not made, whatever the case may be, bro. You could be. It's cliche as fuck, but you could be anything you want to be in life.
Right.
If you fucking put your mind to it. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And I really think that's dope that you was like able to be straight up and honest and real, because that's my main reason for really doing this and reconnecting with guys and telling the story from a different angle, because they always see it from the people who made it. They never see the guys who are in college, the guys who are in high school. They don't know about that process of what it even takes to get there. And then even then, they continue to nitpick at the NFL guys. And then when the guys fall off, they just like forget about them. You know what I'm saying? And they human, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we go through that process of life of experiencing stuff and failing and making it and not making it, you know what I'm saying? And guys need to understand, just like you said, it'll all start to click if you put your toes down and do something, because that same mindset that you had as a player, it will turn on once you find something like, okay, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? And
shit, once I got that billing and coding job, I wanted to go be back around football. So I went to Pacheco. Pacheco at the time was the head coach of Miami Springs. So that's when I'm out there, I'm talking to these boys. T.Y. Hilton sitting right there.
Man, I didn't know he would play that spring.
All these little niggas sitting right there that's in the league right now.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm telling these niggas.
Yeah, T.Y. just got paid too.
Like, hey, look, I'm telling these niggas, don't do what I did. These niggas, I'm telling these niggas the same thing I'm telling you. These niggas gonna be right here when you get back. I promise you. Don't do what I did. You know what I mean? And it's a few of them niggas that's millionaires right now. You know what I mean? From Pacheco and went to Bethune. Bethune became the head coach of Springs when I decided to put football down. And his defensive coordinator or his defensive line coach was Jamal.
Jamal, yeah.
You know what I mean? And Jamal brought me on and showed me how to coach. Showed me how to coach. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we became like a really good team, like one of the best in Dade County, dog. Like on some real shit. Like
that's what's up,
every defensive line we went to was one of the best in Dade County. You get what I'm saying? Jupiter was there. T was there. You know.
So like, T was coaching with y'all too?
Not T, the quarterback.
Remember, you talking about the tight end? The tight end. Yeah, he was in the Bad Boys movie.
Bad
Boys. Yeah, I know he's coaching with them boys, man, over that Central.
Shit. Bubble work at fucking Miramar right now. I ain't gonna tell you how. You can figure that out.
I got you, man. Hey, man, I know, man, you got your kids and your family to get to, man, but you gave us some good stuff. One, about the Black community and just that thought process of us choosing us. And you mentioned it, and it's about loving yourself. And how much do we really love ourselves if we're not choosing ourselves? But at the same time, you have these kids who are not equipped to make these decisions, who are getting exploited by colleges. Let's just be real here. You know what I'm saying? Getting exploited by college because they're 18, 19, and their parents don't know any better because their parents like, okay, we need you to do this. We need you to do that.
They parents see $10,000 and bitch, that's about to pay off this credit card bill. That's about to pay off this. That's about to pay off that. That's about to pay off that. Bitch, you going to Texas Tech. Bitch,
right.
You going to Villanova.
Right. So you gave us a lot of things that we need to check ourselves as far as our mindsets and where we're going with the future, these future athletes and these schools that they're choosing, and just the college experience in its own, where you can go to a school, like I'm just using Alabama as an example, and they can sit all these people. No matter of fact, I'm gonna use LSU because I was talking to Bird about that. You know what I'm saying? And they can sit all these people in the stands and not give you a dime.
Not give you a dime.
And do they really care about you?
Bird. You was talking to Demetrius Bird?
Demetrius Bird, yes.
Just think about Bird. Bird fucked up his first 3 years of high school. That motherfucker got right his senior year. He went to LSU. And now he didn't go to LSU. He went to a JUCO first. Then he went to LSU. But fucking LSU legend. This nigga ain't played nothing but 1 year of high school, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
we need to choose schools like Grambling. We need to choose schools like Jackson State, Edward Waters, black schools.
Yeah. I went to a black school.
Let's get these schools to get this shit right. Like these black colleges is bringing in millions, scraping in billions, like these white schools is.
Then they can compete.
You will see. And you know, I came up with some shit, bro, and it's just me, and I don't know if they can do this. All black schools drop out of the NCAA. This is private property.
I love that, dog.
Let's make our own BCAA, Black College Athlete Association. Now, you get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, bro?
Right.
Let's drop out that shit. Drop out that shit. They don't give a fuck about you. Drop out that shit. And then I guarantee you, I told you, just like I told you, ain't no woman following no broke nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You lose a lot of money chasing pussy. But you'll never lose pussy chasing money.
Right.
Guarantee you, same thing to every aspect in life. I guarantee you, if these black colleges stop chasing pussy, and start chasing that money, the pussy gonna come. The pussy gonna come.
That's a dope analogy, dog.
The pussy will come.
That is so dope. And I always think about that because I went to a black college. I went to a HBCU, and you can see the difference as far as money. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's at. So if they can get all the top athletes, they can continue to make more money in the black school going down here. You know what I'm saying?
Now my stadium look like yours. Now my weight room looks like yours. Now the recruiting process is an even field.
Now you can get paid the coaches.
There you go. Now, and hey, you don't think if Ali would have went to Jackson State and seen the same shit he seen at LSU, that the bitches was way fun and way thicker, he wouldn't have went there? Shit me. Shit me.
It's a whole nother atmosphere at the HBCU, dog. I didn't until like working on my master's program. I never went into a big school, but it's more like a family feel. It's a small family feel, and they in a sense care about you more. Well, it seems like they care about you more, but it's still about the dollar or whatever the case may be. But it's more of a tight knit family. You're not a number.
It's a lot of ass there too. There's a lot of fine girls there, bro.
Well, you funny,
kids,
man.
Don't fuck with these white girls. I'm telling you, they're gonna get you in trouble. I promise you. EJ probably gonna blow this shit out, but I don't give a fuck. Don't fuck with them. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh man, boy, you funny, boy. You funny.
Don't do it.
But man, you hit some real key points, and I think it's big as athletes in the community and parents that we need to think about these decisions that we're making, sending these kids off to these big colleges. And we know at this point it's a gamble. It is a gamble. We're watching these guys on doing these little draft combines, and just like you said, it's a small number. It's a small number, guys. A small percentage. And not trying to knock anybody, but real is real, dog.
Yeah. Like just look at nigga. San Francisco just traded for the Dolphins pick. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And they gonna draft that boy out of Alabama. That's what's about to happen.
Who? Oh, the quarterback.
Well, they drafted the quarterback out of. I know so.
Yeah.
They drafted the quarterback out of Alabama. Coach, I'm Bucky Brooks of the hood. I'm serious. They drafted the boy out of Alabama.
They drafted them. Yeah. They need somebody who can get stuff going, man.
They don't need shit. Jimmy Garoppolo can do the job. He got you to the Super Bowl once.
Yeah.
See, so what they try to do is they try to blame Jimmy Garoppolo for they imperfections. No, it's not Jimmy Garoppolo's fault, nigga.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna be real with you. San Francisco got some shit up their sleeve, bro. You know they got that boy that went to Tennessee, that running back.
What running back?
Remember the running back that went to Tennessee, Julian something, and he transferred and he went to Baylor and he became a receiver.
No, I don't know who he is.
But the only reason he transferred was because Alvin Kamara transferred to Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
But he transferred to receiver. But the nigga's a running back, coach. The nigga's 240 pounds, 6'4". He played in Tennessee, bro. He was number one.
I might have saw him, but I didn't think he was that big. Is he a light-skinned dude?
Yes.
Oh, see, I didn't know how big he was.
He played wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. He has been playing that for the last year. He was a rookie last year.
Oh, you talking about what's his name? Yeah,
Jalen something.
If you say his last name, I might know who you're talking about. And they use him everywhere. They move him around.
He was hurt. They don't use him everywhere.
Oh, he was hurt. Oh, that was the other guy.
Deebo Samuels.
Oh no, okay.
Not Deebo Samuels.
Deebo came out of Clemson, though, I think.
Coach, they got another
one. South Carolina. Uh-huh.
Hey, San Francisco. I'm glad that we got this shit on record and we got this shit on record. San Francisco finna be a motherfucker next year. They get a quarterback, coach.
You think so? Okay.
Coach, the receivers are ridiculous. And nobody knows about nobody but Deebo Samuels. Yeah. That's all they know about. But these other two motherfuckers they got, these niggas been hurt. And these niggas is fucking all-stars.
Yeah, it's the
NFL. What should I tell you?
It's the NFL. All them boys
good. I'll tell you, boy.
All them boys are good.
That red nigga from Baylor that switched from running back to receiver at Baylor,
yeah,
they're going to be raw as fuck. Especially if they switch him back to running back.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga will running niggas the fuck over.
Okay. Got you.
The fuck over.
All right, man. Like I said, man, you gave us some good info. I'm gonna go ahead and do my little wrap up, man, so you can get to your family, man, and chill and I do a little thing. You know, you watch the interviews. I do the fill in the blank, and the first word I'm gonna throw at you is confidence. Confidence is what to Randy Hunter?
I think confidence is everything. That's what I was taught. Shit.
Go ahead and explain about confidence.
Shit, I was taught confident. Shit.
Like showing a nigga what you buy. Telling the nigga what you buy, really, because the nigga don't really know it until he see it. But telling somebody what you buy and having the confidence to tell somebody what you buy. You feel what I'm saying?
Got you. And I know you know about. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
No, I know you know about this. Attitude is what to Randy Hunter?
Attitude is everything, bro. Everything. Because, you know, it's almost like what Marcus said. I think, again, Marcus hit it on point. Sometimes we go to these institutions and we feel like we need to be Miami. You know what I mean? Like, we need to be like hood, or we need to have goals in our mouth, and we need to have this. We need to have that. You don't gotta have that shit, bro. That ain't what them crackers looking for.
Right.
That ain't what they looking for.
Right.
They're just looking like for genuine. You know what I mean? I think if you be yourself, you be all right.
That's the key to life right there. Learning how to be yourself and be okay with that. And meaning that you don't care what everybody else think. You're gonna continue to be yourself.
No, I never really care what nobody else ever think, bro. Like, nigga, I've been shopping at Burlington Factory and fucking Marshalls my whole life, nigga. I ain't never bought a pair of Jordans ever.
Right.
They too much money.
Right. It's very true.
They too much. And it's not that I don't like them. I think they're beautiful shoes.
Yeah.
But they too much money for me.
Gotcha.
I'm not buying it.
Gotcha.
Like, but that's how I was raised.
Right.
You get what I'm saying, bitch? If I can't get out of Burlington, I ain't getting it.
I feel you.
Bitch, if I don't have a choice of layaway, it ain't happening. I'm serious. Bro, if I ain't got a choice to layaway, the shit not happening. You better have you walk in there, bitch.
All right, so mindset is what to Randy Hunter?
Money.
Explain.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
I like money. You feel me? But I like money for different reasons. I like money because money is power. You feel what I'm saying? If love was power, then I'll be a powerful nigga. But
okay.
Money is power. So I inspire to get money.
So that's your mindset is locked in, is what you're saying.
It's money. I got to get money. I got to get money for now, and I got to get money for later, because you know how our parents used to be like, I can't wait till you motherfuckers get out of our house. That's how I feel right now, bro.
So how old are the kids though, man?
13. Well, I'll say 13. She not 13. 15.
Wow.
10. 7. 5. And 5. No.
Wow.
Yeah. No, 9, 7, and 5.
9, 7. Wow. You said 9, 7, and 5, man. You talking about you can't wait till they get out.
15, 11, 9, 7, 5.
And you talking about you can't wait till they get out of the house. Yeah, you got a 5-year-old, bro.
I got 18 more years, boy. All these niggas gonna be gone.
And hey, look, the way the world going, I don't know about that. They might be right there with you.
Who? You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. Coach, if they got it. If they don't, they don't.
Got you.
Bitch, coach. On the midnight train to Georgia. Also, I promise you.
They got to get up out of there.
Look, this my 15-year-old car right here.
Hey, that's good. That's good though.
I got her a 97 320 Benz. You know why? Because that's the last Benz that's made of straight metal. So if she get hit or she hit somebody,
she gonna hurt somebody. She gonna hurt somebody.
She gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be the other way around.
All right. So moving forward, Randy Hunter is who moving forward? If you could go into your future, your kids, or everything that you're building for yourself right now, Randy Hunter is who moving forward?
I think I'll be a better like father instead of like a provider.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I provide a lot.
Okay.
But I feel like I think I'm falling into the same trap my daddy fell into. You get what I'm saying? So I provide a lot. I think I do better than what he did, which is what he wanted. You know what I mean? Like I stay in a prestigious neighborhood. I feel like my focus is on provide and not supplying. I don't know how that feels, how that means, but I feel like instead of providing the lifestyle that I dreamed of living, I could be a better father. You get what I'm saying? Be a better. My kids don't play football right now, but they don't play that because of purpose of me. Because I want them to follow what I did, but not fuck up the way I did. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But I think being a better father.
Gotcha. So moving forward, Randy Hunter, be a better father. And like I said, I mentioned before, man, we did touch on a lot of good things to get people to go back and think about, especially like the stuff about the HBCUs and picking colleges and just like what you said about the HBCUs pulling out. That should be a topic of discussion that I probably, because we're not mainstream media, that people are not going to talk about. You're not going to see that on ESPN, bro.
But I guarantee you, if LeBron started talking about that shit, it'd be a real big deal.
Nigga, they might censor his ass if he say some shit like that.
They might. You absolutely right. Because listen, these crackers do not want money leaving Yale and Harvard.
Yeah.
Understand that. They do not want money leaving Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is the top motherfucking engineer school in the world. They don't want money leaving them. But a lot of people don't know that it's a black school somewhere just as good as them. But because they don't have that type of mainstream, they don't get that type of recognition.
Right, the resources and
we have that type of resources. And the funny thing is, this school is doing it without the resources. Whatever school we talking about, whether it's mainstream engineering, whether it's mainstream this, whether it's mainstream that, whatever school we talking about, they do not get the resources they need. They do not get the resources that these top Caucasian colleges, that African American people are on the field.
Right.
Bringing in the dividends to pay for this shit. They are not getting that. African American schools are not getting that. And it's our fault. And that's what niggas understand. It's our fault. It ain't their fault. It's our fault. It's our fault. We did that.
So how do we change that? I know that's a big question. And we should leave that.
Fucking African American colleges, bro. Ain't no change it. It's not really a big fucking issue. The issue is Clemson, LSU, Miami, all these big ass fucking colleges, they taking over. Send your kids, tell your kids where they gonna go. Bitch, you going to Hampton. You know, I listen to my old boy. I used to blame my old boy for my imperfections. I used to blame my old boy for sending me to Villanova, and I didn't want to go there. But all he was looking out for was me. He not wrong. He wasn't wrong. And not one time in his interview did I say he was wrong.
Right.
He not wrong. He was trying to do better for me. But I was too my mind was too adolescent to understand that he was thinking bigger. And I couldn't understand that. That's not his fault. He was right.
Right.
I should have got a degree from Villanova. Just because that degree would have meant something. Not just within our family, not just within, like, you the first nigga to graduate ever. But you the first nigga to graduate from an Ivy League school college. And they could pay you no more than this at no job you go to. That's not him being wrong for me. That's me not thinking. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So when I say my old boy chose that college, I ain't want that college. No, man. That nigga chose the right college. And I should have stuck that shit out. I should have did that shit. Cause as good as I'm living right now, I will be living better. I'll probably be in the 1%.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'll
Yeah.
probably be in the 1%. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I ain't want to do that at that time, bro.
Got you. But the
At
only
that time point in my life, I ain't gonna do that.
I feel you. And what I have to say about something like that, I just want you to understand that we all go through our experiences, and I don't think it is we supposed to go through that experience to make us who we are, so we can tell the stories that we are. So who's to say? You know what I'm saying? We can't go back and flip it. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you went through, you were supposed to experience it for you and your kids and everybody else, you know, listening to you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, everything happened for a reason. We just got to get through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's the same thing with everybody, bro. What I can say about for your shorties, for your shorties, my shorty. So what I can say for the shorties is do you.
Right.
Like, do you. Don't talk to nobody. Like, you can talk and you can get like experience from everybody, but at the end of the day, make sure that decision that you make is for you. So that way you ain't gotta like blame it on nobody. You know what I mean? That way you don't have the what if with the what if. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that make any sense.
No, it make a lot of sense. Just go hard, and if you have an idea, just stick with it.
Yep.
Trust yourself, man, and go hard. You know what I'm saying?
Stick with it. Trust me.
Hey, like I said,
right.
I appreciate you coming on, man, and giving us the words of wisdom, you know, about everything, about life, about your journey, you know, and you know, good. I want to send good vibes to you and your family, you know, because you gave us some good information. So it's only right that we send good vibes back out to you, boss.
Yeah, man. I love it. I appreciate it, bro.
Hey, like I said, we all go through that roller coaster of life. Go ahead. Huh?
Shorties do the right thing, shorties.
Like I said, we all go through that roller coaster of life. Why not have a guide to elevate your mindset? Jim.
Why not? I feel you. I love you, dog.
All right.